Hey guys and gals, it's me, George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, and I have a mail call. It's got my name right on it, George Donner. And this is from Dan Love, Busman54. So let's open this up and see what's inside. Pretty big envelope. He's from right next door. He lives down in Iowa. That's just south of us here in Minnesota. Yeah, you gotta say it right now. If you're gonna say the state, it's Minnesota. Not Minnesota, it's Minnesota. Gotta emphasize that. Oh, I'm learning, you know. Every place I have lived, well, I'm having a hard time getting my knife down in here. Every place I've lived, I've found that there have been peculiarities of speech in those particular places, and I've picked up on them, and yeah, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. Sometimes people don't appreciate it if you point out that something they say is different from everybody else. Well, here's, oh, very nice. Loves Garage, YouTube Garage Gang, Busman54. Look at that. Now, do I have room up on the door? Wow. I'm running out of space up there. Guess this one's going to have to go out in the garage. That's not a bad thing either. We got a bunch of them out there. We got them spread all around. We got a nice letter here. George, I'm looking forward to getting caught up on your videos. Thanks for the tip on the marker and issue it will cause with paint. I really enjoy my garage time, but due to health issues with my back, legs, and feet, I cannot hit it as hard or meet the timeline my youthful mind sets. Yeah, I can fully understand that. I was just thinking to myself this afternoon, after working all day, and I'm sitting out under my shade tree, and I'm just relaxing a little bit, and I was thinking back to when I was in my 40s, and even in my 50s, where I would work full-time job, you know, 8 or 9, 10 hours a day, and then I would get home and do yard work after I got home, or work on vehicles or whatever. If I put in an 8-hour day now, I'm done. And so, yeah, I understand that. Well, this is a pretty nice letter, and I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. He said, for your information, my son designed the sticker on Photoshop, and he did a really nice job. I'll finish reading the letter. Make sure there's nothing else in there. Nope, nothing else in there. I'll finish reading the letter for myself, because I think this is well, maybe this, you know, this is a kind of a story that he should tell. I think I will read it. If you don't mind, Dan, I'm going to read the letter, because he tells a couple of neat stories on here. My mind will forget. 60 years provides one with the wisdom, but the body adds a new challenge. Make darn sure I have what I need when I get on my knees and before I start cutting away on the metal. Wow, getting up to grab a tool or another C-clamp can be more formidable than the task at hand. Oh, yeah. Hey, I've been a fix-it man, Mr. Fix-Its for most of my life. My first experience was a bike at the age of 3. My dad made a big mistake after hours of struggling to put it together. He was too tired to put away his tools. The next morning when my mom gave me the bike, I did not ride it all day. No, sir, I took it apart and put it back together all day long, again and again. I was hooked. When my dad would take my brother and sister to the toy store, I stayed home. When he got back from the toy store, he would take me to the hardware store. I would look at all the cool tools. My brother got a plastic model car, and I got a tap and die set. Well, George, 57 years later, I'm still doing the same thing. My son is just like Dad. When he was 2, plumbing supplies were his bath toys, 3/8 PVC pipe elbows, street L, tea, and plastic cup to pour the water into his creations. I think his skin is still wrinkled up at age 26. When he turned 3 for his birthday, I raised the bar. procured a 1978 VW convertible Verse, a three-wheel bike, and a very nice set of tools. That weekend he went to his first car show, won first in his category. He's 26 and loves that car and garage time with Dad. This summer we will work on my 67 VW bus and his 1998 Subaru. Plus we need to do some major work in our kitchen. George, may we ask your thoughts on some of the kitchen repair tasks? Absolutely. I've done it all, and I did lots of kitchen jobs during my days of building houses because I did all of the woodworking from frame to finish, and I especially enjoyed the finish work. And then when I worked later, the first time we lived here in Minnesota, which was 13, 14 years ago or more now, I worked for a company doing installation work for Home Depot. And one of my chores, one of my projects was doing kitchen installations, which I very much enjoyed doing that. And I also installed storm doors and regular entry doors and garage door openers and lots of other things along that line. So yeah, I'll be glad to help. And I've done a little bit of design work too. Love the YouTube guys. It's like we all moved in the same neighborhood. What a great way of sharing our passion and tricks of the trade. If you're ever down our way, stop in. I'm sure we have something you can fix. This year our house turned 120 years old. Plus we have a number of car projects. Lots to fix. Dan Love, Busman54. Well, thank you very much for that very nice letter for Dan, and to your son. Let me see. I don't think you told me what your son's name was, but that's okay. For the both of you, thank you very much. And we'll get your sticker put up out in the garage and add it to our collection out there. And one of these days, I will try to make a trip down there to Iowa, perhaps towards the end of the summer. For now, guys and gals, this is George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, saying thanks for watching and thanks for sharing your lives with me. Stories like this I enjoy, and that's why I like to. I've written to several different ones of you asking what your first name was, because some of you have YouTube names that don't include your personal name, like me. If I didn't tell you that my name was George all the time, you wouldn't know it, because my regular name is the Shade Tree Fix-It Man. But I like to interact with the folks here on YouTube on a first name basis, and it makes me feel more like we're real friends. You know what I mean? So until next time, my friends, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, because you're the ones that make this channel what it is. Bye now.